So this is a first for me for Lego sets to just kind of collapse and just not exist in its together form anymore. And so I'm trying to figure out the best route for this. The stubborn girl in me just wants to try to piece it together and figure out how things need to go. But I think the rational part of me knows I need to just break it all down and restart all over again. This is about 1, 2, 3, 4 small sets. My castle, that was the first Lego set I ever built. It's never broken apart in what, 2, almost 3 years now, and it went down bad. I think the Stitch is probably the one I could easily probably put together, but even then it's still in all of these random parts because there's like these pieces like this that are all still together, but I'm like, it's gonna be harder to try to attach them randomly like that. This is the Mickey, but even then I'm gonna try not to take Mickey all the way apart, but I will say there are some pieces that can be confused for, like some of the Disney stuff, they have those hidden Mickey colors. And like, for example, here, this is a Disney castle piece. I know that because of the hinges, but it looks like a piece that would go here, kind of. And I would have considered if this part wasn't here. There's also some similar color patterns within the camera. The camera for sure has to just get taken all the way down. Yeah, girl, what am I supposed to do with this? The math doesn't math for me when I'm looking at it. What I will say is I found the missing piece from my big Disney castle that got knocked off. And I'm glad more pieces didn't get knocked off. Thank goodness. I don't know. I think I'm just gonna have to take the Disney castle all the way down. Yeah, because all of it, literally, the Disney castle really just, that one really fell apart. Most of this, I think, is Disney castle or camera. And then, you know, Stitch really came apart compared to Mickey. Update, I was able to put Stitch back together without needing to take anything apart. I actually puzzle pieced it really good. I messed up and had flipped the ears at one point, so I did have to go back to the booklet, but I just used like the app because I was like, I'm not about to go dig in my pile of instructions just to fix one little detail that I feel like I'm missing, but I did pretty good. Stitch was easy. Now, Mickey could be easy too. That's just a bit hard because I can't confirm the pieces. Stitch was easy because there's no other colors that are like this blue or this pink in the stuff that fell. For the Mickey, there's like other reds and other yellows, but we'll see. I'll keep you updated. Update, Mickey was easier than I thought too. And if you're wondering, Mickey looks off. I am missing an ear. I have to find it. So out of all the pieces I was able to collect when everything fell, I think something fell under, you know, a piece of furniture or something. Thankfully, I'm just missing an ear. So that's something that we can tap on top. Retro camera update, I did it. Now, I did have to go through the booklet. I just did it online too, on the app. But it wasn't as terrible as I thought it would be, thankfully. But yeah, I had to take a few things apart just to like rebuild them again. More so the complications on the inside, but thankfully half of it stayed. So it made to do the other side a bit easier. Because it was kind of like reflective of each other a bit. Not everything, but some stuff. And thankfully the top half stayed together, so that made it a lot easier, or else I would still be building right now, but it worked out. Last rebuild update, the castle is finished. The castle is finished. Yes, as expected, it was the one that took the longest. I did have to take apart some things I was able to keep in full. Thankfully that middle piece, the chunk right here, with all the white, most of that stayed together, and those were like super layered pieces. It worked out. It did. I definitely need the instructions, but it worked out. And I listen, do I need to start gluing my Lego sets? I don't want this to ever happen again. Especially, I'm thankful that it was all the small ones. I don't know what I'd do if it was the big ones. So crossing my fingers and knocking on wood that never happens, and I never have to deal with this again in any capacity.